Good afternoon. Hey, Bill O'Leary here, coming to you this Thursday afternoon. This is the next in our series we call our Thirsty Thursday series, where every Thursday at about this time, I'll be coming to you talking about a topic of interest relating to, estate planning, wills, trusts, and estates, elder law, maybe talking about probate or trust, that sort of thing. So if you're thirsting for knowledge, you have come to the right place. So, what is today's topic? Today's topic is common problems faced by the elderly. Look, many people look forward to retirement, and they view it as a time to maybe relax, slow down, just enjoy life peacefully. And while it's true that golden years can be some of the best years of our life, there's still some significant challenges. Older adults you see face particular problems that are due really to their age or maybe their circumstances that they find in life. So here are some of the most common problems that seniors face. First of all, problems that deal with physical and mental health. Many older adults they maintain good health and are fully able to function both physically and mentally well into their later years. However, the biological effects of aging they do lead to more physical and mental health problems among our senior population, really than in younger age groups. That's fairly obvious. So as we age, muscles and bones begin to weaken. We lose eyesight and hearing, and mobility often becomes more limited than it was when they were younger. Seniors can also suffer from dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, which really affects about 10% of the people over age 65, and it actually increases up to almost a third of people 85 and older. Due to physical or mental conditions, about two-thirds of all people over age 65 need assistance with at least one what's called daily living activity, an ADL, things as bathing or preparing a meal, dressing, showering, etc. Declining health can be difficult. Look, for many older adults, it can be difficult for them to accept as they wonder, gee, how long are they going to be able to do the things they enjoy, and they really fear losing their independence. So that is one challenge, physical and mental health issues. Secondly, it's the challenge of healthcare costs and perhaps nursing home care. If the senior population has more health problems, it makes sense that they also require more health care. Older adults visit the doctor and stay in the hospital more often than in other age groups. That's obvious. Now, Medicare helps to cover some of these healthcare costs, the costs that seniors incur, but most are left to pay for about half of the medical bills on their own, and this can cost thousands of dollars each year. In addition, Medicare does not cover the cost of long-term care, like home care or nursing home care, or for things like mental health services. Now, residential nursing homes can be an option, an important option for seniors who may need around-the-clock care. Now, nursing homes are not only very expensive, they also have a reputation for providing substandard care. Not in all situations, but at least that's the reputation that's out there. And many nursing homes do struggle with understaffing issues, particularly now with COVID, and this can lead to neglect or maybe abuse of the residents. Now, because residents are often in poor physical or mental condition, they really can't do much to help themselves if they're mistreated or are not properly cared for. So, but if a nursing home is an option for your loved one, it's important to research the place and find a place with a good reputation and stay involved in your loved one's care. Visit regularly, and don't go there at the same time every day where the staff may come to expect you at a certain time and let their guard down at other times during the day. You may want to mix that up. The third challenge seniors face is financial security. Once older adults become poor, they're more likely than younger people to remain poor because they have fewer job opportunities that might allow them to move out of poverty. And when they retire, most seniors they live on a fixed income, which, along with the constantly increasing cost of living, this can pose severe financial restrictions, and they may no longer be able to afford the same lifestyle that they were accustomed to. In addition, many seniors worry about sudden bills that pop up, maybe an unexpected medical expense that may cause them to fall behind financially. And many older adults receive Social Security benefits, and this helps supplement their income. However, two-thirds of those who survive solely on Social Security payments, they live below the official poverty line. So those are some challenges with respect to financial issues, financial security. What about the challenge of bereavement or social isolation, maybe loneliness? You know, seniors tend to have fewer opportunities for social engagement than younger age groups. They retire from jobs, maybe children move away, maybe friends and spouses pass away, and eventually they may become housebound if they lose the ability to drive or if they get sick. Bereavement is always a difficult experience, but because so many seniors lose a spouse, it's a particular and acute problem in their lives. You know, the grief that follows the loss of a spouse, it can last a long time, many years, and it can create a lot of anxiety, maybe depression and loneliness and the like. Of all these problems, loneliness is perhaps the most common and most difficult to overcome. You know, according to the most recent U.S. Census, it found that 28% of people that were age 65 and older lived alone, and those numbers 10 years later are expected to be much higher. Studies show that the seniors who live alone often experience social isolation, and they have feelings of loneliness, often sort of systemic or chronic feelings of loneliness, and this can cause depression, illness, and sometimes even death. Okay, so that's that's the challenge of, again, social isolation and loneliness. And the last challenge I'll address is elder abuse. It's hard to tell exactly how many seniors are affected by elder abuse due to the very few seniors, that is, report it. But it's estimated that at least 10% of older Americans have suffered from at least one form of abuse, and this amounts to hundreds of thousands of cases every year. Sadly, some seniors are victims of abuse committed by their own relatives. It's sad. And this abuse might involve physical or sexual violence, maybe psychological or emotional abuse, neglect, and, terribly so, financial exploitation. Elder abuse poses a serious health problem for those affected, and it might even increase the senior's chance of dying. Staying closely involved in your loved one's life can help prevent them from being abused or taken advantage of. So I hope you've enjoyed this talk about the common problems faced by the elderly. If you'd like to know more, we'd be happy to talk to you. You can book a free 15-minute phone call with us. You can do it right now. Just go to our main Facebook page, Legacy Planning Law Group, and select the Book Now button. This will give you a chance to tell us about your concerns and what your situation might be, and also be a chance for both of us to sort of fill each other out, whether we might to continue the conversation. Again, that call is complimentary, or if you'd just rather call us directly at the office at 904-880-5554, or just Google us, Legacy Planning Law Group. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this talk about the common problems that the elderly face. Now, I am not going to give a talk next Thursday at this time, because that's going to be Christmas Eve, and probably not the following Thursday on New Year's Eve. So I'm looking to take a couple weeks off and pick back up that first Thursday in January, okay? And that'll be at the same time, just a different topic. So if you're thirsting for knowledge, we will quench your thirst, and I'll see you back in the new year. So this is Bill O'Leary signing off for now. On behalf of our entire team at Legacy, I want to wish you the happiest of holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And to all, a Happy New Year. I want to thank you for spending time with us, and I want you to go now and make it a great rest of the day.